Yo, what is up guys, it's DJ Rick Webb, and today we're going to be unboxing my brand new HP laptop, which was not supposed to be here until the middle of August. It's July 30th. This was not supposed to be here until estimated August 14th. So shout out HP for getting my laptop super quick. It was completely custom built and came from China. We'll get into that later in the video, but first off, we're going to dive in and unbox the laptop, and then I'll talk a little bit about the performance of this and the reason why I did not buy a MacBook, because I know I'm going to get hosed in the comments for not buying a MacBook. Like I said, this is an HP custom built laptop from HP. The specs are on the screen right now, but I'm going to list them off for you guys right now. This is a 15.6 inch 4K display that is 3,840 pixels by 2,160, super high resolution 15-inch screen. It is a 1 terabyte solid state drive, which is crucial for music. Full-size Island backlit keyboard. It has 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's got Wi-Fi. It's got Bluetooth 5.0, I think. I did spec it out that had Microsoft Office on it from the get-go, running Windows 10. Our processor is a Intel Core i7-8550U. And we're also rocking a NVIDIA GeForce MX 150 with 2 gigabytes of dedicated RAM. This thing is a beast. We will talk about pricing and how much this thing costs, because it was quite a bit of money after unboxing. Because you guys you're here to watch the unboxing process. Alright? Woo! Gold box. Assuming this is the accessories, so we don't need that anymore. And to be expected, we have a power brick with a power adapter. Oh, I forgot, this comes with a pen too. Not that I'm ever going to be using the pen. Oh, it is touchscreen too. I feel like you can't buy a laptop anymore that's not touchscreen. Unless you buy a MacBook. Yeah, you can get a MacBook that's not touchscreen. Guys, if you don't know, I live streamed this whole entire unboxing on Instagram. You should follow me on Instagram right there, because I do live sessions now like once a week. And ABJ's on here. What's up, guys? You know, one thing that's really cool is that they actually have now upgraded to doing leather cases. So this laptop that I bought is an HP Spectre x360 15-inch, second generation. I have the original first generation right over here, which is a 13-inch, and I've had that laptop now for almost 2 years. And originally, they came with just this plush little like sleeve. So now they actually have a leather back case, which seems to be a lot more durable and a lot more clean, is what I would say, professional to carry your laptop in versus the old one. So we're going to toss that aside now, and toss that aside, and now we can get into the meat of the product. This is by far one of the coolest boxes I've ever seen. Spectre on the front. HP, if you guys have not seen HP, has really stepped up their game in their boxing. This is like on par with MacBooks. Let's cut open the box, and this is probably by far my favorite part. Oh, it just feels so good. New technology. Film off the whole. Oh my lord, it just feels so good. I'm excited to see this. Alright, here we go. The anticipation. Voila! And we get directions off the bat. Setup instructions. 1. Plug in power adapter. 2. Plug into wall. 3. Connect to Wi-Fi. Seems pretty simple. Look, we got a nice little pull tab. Like, HP stepped up their boxing game. You guys see this stuff? Like, this is 30 people on here. Ooh, okay. A little bit of weight to it, but very similar to like a MacBook weight. We're gonna set that off to the side for a second. And what else is in the box is just some warranty information that no one cares about and no one ever reads. And there's nothing else underneath this, just awesome packaging. All right. This. And then slide it out. That is a sexy laptop. All right, we're gonna open her up. Oh my lord, would you look at that screen? Alrighty, we have the laptop unboxed completely now. Got the awesome Intel i7 8th generation processor, NVIDIA GeForce graphics in it. So like I said, this is a 360 laptop. It goes all the way around. I'm already putting smudges on the awesome screen. Let's go over the ports, and I will show you guys close-ups of the ports as we go around. So If you're looking at the front of the laptop, on the front we have nothing. On the right hand side we have a volume rocker up and down, a fingerprint scanner, interestingly enough. We have two USB Type-C connectors and an HDMI out. On the back there is nothing as well because it's a 360 design. On the left hand side we have an SD card slot, a headphone jack, a power button, and a regular USB Type 3 port. And then our power connector. Now I'm going to move the camera around and you guys can watch me boot it up for the first time. Pressing the power button right now. Whoa. Back to the keyboard. Get the cool funky HP logo now. Just one moment. That is a 6 screen. It's crazy.
Hi there. I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help. A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do. You can use your voice or the keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to stay quiet, you can just mute your PC. If you need an assistive screen reader, press the Windows, Control, and Enter keys at the same time to enable narrator.
Apparently Windows 10 talks to you now. Interesting. So, we are from the United States. FBI surveillance band, hashtag 555. Password is fuck off 1234. You can use face recognition on this? Say what? This may take several minutes. Let's start. Let's start. Where are we starting? Welcome to Windows, the best Windows ever. Hi Cortana, I'm Cortana. What? This thing literally synced my account. Like, this is the exact same background I have on my other computer. It literally synced it right over. And wow, that is an amazing screen. So, the main question you guys are asking right now is, well, probably two questions. One, why are you upgrading? And two, why didn't you get a MacBook? First off, some background. This laptop right here has been my DJ laptop now for 8 years. This thing is 8 years old. It is an HP Envy DV17 or DV7, which is a 17-inch laptop. Let's talk about the performance of this laptop so you can understand the performance of the new laptop that I just got. First off, this thing is able to run iTunes, Serato, my browser, everything pretty much perfectly fine. There is a little bit of not lag, but slowness to it, like when I'm using iTunes and when I'm using the browser and stuff, only because this was a 32-bit computer. The RAM's not that high, and it also, from an internet standpoint, does not get the new 5 gigahertz network. So that's all gibberish. But in terms of specs, this is a Core i5, an Intel Core i5, and it had built-in Intel graphics, and it only has 6 gigabytes of memory built into it. That's not much, and this was the highest end spec, well, almost the highest end spec I could get when I bought this laptop 8 years ago. And when I bought this laptop 8 years ago, it was like $1,200. Remember, those specs right there were perfectly fine. Like, my computer was handling Serato perfectly fine, handling Virtual DJ fine, and doing everything I needed. In a way, that's why I bought a new laptop, because this laptop was fine, but it was starting to reach its age where something might go wrong in the near 1 to 2 years. So it was a good time to invest in a new laptop, and then that one becomes the backup laptop, basically. So this is going to be the new dedicated laptop. So that is why I bought this one, and it's also why I spec'd it out to the max, because I want this one to get the same amount of years as that one. Now on to the second and probably the most argued over in the comments question we're going to have. Why didn't I buy a MacBook?
Tomorrow.
I've had the computer now for about a day, so I went through and actually set up iTunes. I moved over my library, set up Serato, and got a bunch of stuff set up. That way I can kind of dive better into the Mac versus PC that I bought and justify my decision a little bit better. The first thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to be showing you guys my actual laptop here in a second, is the performance factor of this laptop versus Apple and all that other stuff. So, what we're doing to benchmark this laptop versus all the other laptops out there, and if you guys are on Instagram, you guys were part of the live stream and you also saw my story, what I use, which is Novabench. And I asked that, like, you guys go on Novabench as well and run it on your computer and see how fast your computer is and where it stacks up in terms of overall raw performance. So Novabench calculates a raw performance score based on your CPU, your GPU, your RAM, and your disk. For you guys that have no idea what that is, CPU is your processor, GPU is your graphics card, RAM is your internal RAM. I explained that a little bit in the Serato Pro DJ video. And disk is your storage. So what do you have on here? This has a 1 terabyte SSD. So now, as you guys can see on my laptop right now, check out the Fusion Sound lighting background. It's pretty dope. I've been rocking on all my laptops now. I ran 2 rounds of Novabench, and both of them scored 1769. And right here you can see the raw breakdown. The CPU was 969, RAM was 254, 403, and 143. Before we talk about Macs, let's compare that score to the laptops I have now. So the laptop over here that's projecting on the monitor, which is was my college laptop. It's the side laptop you guys see in gigs where I'm using Show Express. This laptop scored a 955. And that is just basically all it is an i7 processor, 512 SSD computer for 13-inch. It's just a simple, decent spec computer. My old laptop, like I told you guys, I've had now for 8 years. And when I first bought this thing, I spec'd it out as much as I could. And this thing still comes in at 705 on the Novabench, which honestly is still pretty impressive for how old this thing that it can still score a 705. So now on Novabench, as you guys can see on the computer right here, there's a view performance chart comparison. So we can click this and it will open up the Novabench comparison, where we can compare the Novabench versus other computers basically. So right here we're viewing the results. We see 1769 and all that. We can compare a baseline comparison. So a baseline comparison to this laptop, a mid-level gaming laptop, and it gives you examples of the processors. i5 760K, which is pretty substantial, and a GTX 1070. Overall, my score is 2% lower overall, 49% higher in CPU, but in graphics it is 55%. And if you guys really know anything about computers, you know that graphics cards are what really matters in a gaming computer. Now, we can also look at high-end Mac computers, iMacs. So, this right here, though, is a high-end iMac. It's not the MacBook Pro. We'll show you guys the MacBook Pro scores here in a second, but this is the high-end, top-of-the-line iMac that you can buy. And overall, I'm only 18% lower on performance than the actual big iMac that you can buy. But if we go to Novabench here, we go to scores and stats, and we go to top Macs, and we search for MacBook, we can see that on average, the MacBook Pro mid 2017 with the touch bar. Now, this is not the brand new MacBooks. Yes, Apple did just come out literally like a week ago now with the brand new 2018 MacBook Pros, and we'll talk about those as well, but those are in a whole league of their own. Those things are, it's insane the specs that they put into those laptops. But comparing this thing to a mid 2017 touch bar MacBook Pro, that is a score of 1574. Remember, like I can pull up right here, I am 1769. A little under 200 higher on the Novabench score. Take that as it is, but that's just to basically give you guys a baseline representation of why this computer stacks up head to head with the iMac. Let's also mention now the price, since I haven't talked about the price of this computer. So the price that I paid for this laptop right here, after taxes, out the door, was $2,028.23. So basically $2,000 is how much this laptop cost. Now, I will let you guys know that I did get a discount on this laptop due to where I work in my engineering job. We get HP discount. I only saved $156 with that savings. So let's just say, for sakes, This is a $2,200 laptop, and it's scoring 1769 on the Novabench score. Compared to it, the 1574 that we see right here on the screen from the MacBook Pro, the 2017 model. Now, they are on sale now because the 2018 came out, but when I was buying this laptop right here, there was no 2018, so the 2017 was all we had. The same laptop that gave that score right there was right around $4,000. It might have been more than that, but it was substantially more money to buy the MacBook. Now, like I said, the new MacBooks have higher specs, so let's look at the new MacBooks, and then I will give a quick wrap up on why this laptop was a better choice for me. So, to compare this laptop to the new MacBooks, we're going to build the MacBook Pro that would meet my specs. So we need a 15-inch. The processor in this computer is a 2.2 gigahertz, but it has turbo boost as well. But for sakes, we're going to go with the 2.2 gigahertz processor, which is similar to the one that's rocking in this computer. Now as we scroll down, 2.2 gigahertz processor, that is comparable to what we're running in this. Memory, we're running 16 gigs of memory in this one, so we're going to keep it at 16. Graphics card is a little bit better on the MacBook Pro, the new one, because they have 4 gigabytes of dedicated memory for the graphics card versus this one only has 2 gigabytes of memory. That's the graphics card. And we need 1 terabyte of SSD to be comparable. So, out the door, before taxes, we're looking at $3 grand to buy the brand new MacBook Pro that is similar to this one, which was only $2,200, but that's after taxes. So basically you're looking at $1,000 more to buy a 15-inch MacBook Pro. So to quickly summarize why I bought this laptop again versus a MacBook Pro, because this is going to be the most debated thing in the comments anyone's going to ask, there's a few reasons. One, Windows. I'm used to Windows. I've used Windows all my life. I've used HP computers all my life. So I'm going to stick with what I know and what I like. 2, price. This thing was definitely a lot of dough. I mean, $2,000 for this thing. $2,200 if you want market price. A MacBook Pro of similar spec is going to run me $3 to $4 grand. It's a lot of money to dough out for basically the same spec computer. Number 3 is features. Let me show you. So the MacBook Pros, the brand new ones, and the 2017s, actually the 2017s might have less, but the brand new ones, in terms of their ports, they only have a headphone jack and 4 USB Type-C ports, as you can see right here on the MacBook Pro. And those USB-C ports, one of them has to be used to charge, so technically you only have 3 USB-C ports. That's pretty limited. If we look at my computer right here that we have though, one, I have a dedicated power input. I have a standard USB 3.1, or it might be 4, but it's a standard USB plug, which is what every DJ controller you ever see on the market is going to need. So you have to buy adapters for your MacBook. Besides the point, it has an SD card slot because every camera in the world still uses an SD card. So it has an SD card slot, has a headphone jack, and on the other side I have a dedicated HDMI port and 2 USB Type-C ports, and a fingerprint reader. The features of this computer in terms of ports alone are enough to make me want to buy this over that. Even more so, this is a 360 design. Not that I'm going to use it like that, but it flips all the way around. It's a 360 design and it's a touchscreen. Again, not like I'm going to use it, but it costs less, more features, and slightly better performance, if not the same performance. So that's why I bought my Windows PC over Mac. Alright, lastly here, I know probably the one thing you guys want to see is how quick I can load Serato. So I am rocking Serato DJ Pro on this laptop, just like I was on my previous laptop right here. So you guys can now view the screen, and I'm going to click on Serato DJ Pro, and we're going to see the load time. Now, do take it, I am running OBS. OBS does take up a little bit of processing power, but it really doesn't do anything compared to this. So we're loading our crates now, and it's going to load in my whole entire library. The library I have on this computer is 43,000 songs. So you're going to watch it now. As you can see, the iTunes library loads extremely fast. And it's definitely a substantial upgrade from what the load time was on the previous laptop that I had. This is actually taking a little bit longer than normal. Okay, there we are, we're fully loaded in, completely loaded in, and in the bottom right you can see the amount of time it took to do that. And you guys see how clean and clear this is on this screen? You guys probably cannot see this. Alrighty, I've gone on and on and on enough about this laptop, and you guys probably that like MacBooks have already clicked off this video, and if you have, you probably left the thumbs down button. But I'm encouraging you guys, if you hate MacBooks, leave a thumbs up. If you hate PCs, leave a thumbs up. Because if you leave a thumbs down, it really does hurt my analytics. So leave a thumbs up and then go down in the comment section down below, and I encourage you to leave your feedback. If you like MacBooks, say I like MacBooks. If you like PCs, say I like PCs. If you like Linux computers, put you like Linux computers. If you like gaming computers, put you like gaming computers. Leave it down in the comment section below. I will be answering any and all sorts of questions because I always do. If you guys leave any questions in the comment section down below, I always answer them. And lastly, here to wrap up the video, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, click that subscribe button. Not this button exactly, but there's a subscribe button somewhere on the screen, or if you're on mobile, flip back to portrait mode and then click that little subscribe button, because that also really helps out the channel. Because if you subscribe, leave comments, and leave a thumbs up, it really helps the channel a lot, and I don't make any money for the most part on this. Like, I literally make no money, so like, anything you guys do to help out the channel. Speaking about money and helping out the channel, if you guys want to check out a DJ Life clothing, the link is right there, and also it's in the description down below. I've been getting a lot of questions about shipping. These shirts are available worldwide. There's over 108 countries supported on the manufacturing site that I'm going through. I'm going through Designed by Humans. If you guys don't notice in the website, it's Designed by Humans is where my shop is. They support 108 countries across the globe. Their manufacturing sites are also not just in America. They have manufacturing sites across the globe. That way they can keep the prices down for you guys on shipping. So go on the site, check out the shirts, see how much they cost, see how much shipping costs in your area, because you guys will be surprised that from foreign countries and that, shipping is relatively cheap for you guys compared to if it was shipped from America. So Designed by Humans, they're awesome, awesome t-shirts, and hopefully here later in the fall season we're going to be dropping a more professional DJ Life clothing line. So like we're talking like long sleeves, clean pocket shirts, you know, we're going to be providing a little more edgy and clean products for you guys that have been requesting that we don't just have t-shirts. So we're going to be dropping some more clean and professional shirts later on in the fall. And this video is probably way too long for what the whole subject was, which was just a laptop, but I'm pretty sure it raised a lot of fun stuff in the comment section down below between Apple and Mac. Anyways guys, I hope this video doesn't break the internet between Mac and Apple, or maybe it merges the gap between the two, because you know. But yeah, my name is DJ Rick Webb, and you probably hate me now if you like Apple, or you probably love me because I support a PC. But I love every single one of you guys, and I hope you guys keep them records spinning, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. I can't reach the camera. There we go. There we go.